Dun 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 dun. Hello, my name's Eric.
Kelsey, Erich.
And I'm Alexis.
And we're here to dissect the perch.
Go.
The yellow perch fish, also the genus name is the Perca flaviscens, belongs to the phylum Chordata. They inhabit freshwater, typically in the lakes, streams, ponds, and rivers. They feed on small fish, mollusks, worms, and crayfish. Their lifespan is usually from 7 to 9 years, and they can get up to approximately 11 inches in size. The females are usually longer than the males, and our approximation for the length in our fish was about 12 inches, so we determined to be about 9 years old.
Alright, so we have the head right here. Then it has a sector of the trunk, and down here is the tail. We have the first dorsal fin, the second dorsal fin, and both maintain the orientation in the water and provide the stability for the movement. And notice that the spines are really hard and spiny, supporting the fin membranes on the fin. On the tail, we have the caudal fin. It is to provide thrust and propel the fish's body. Then we have what is called the anal fin, which is it maintains the orientation in the water and stability as the dorsal fins. And this is called the pelvic fin that we have. And this is what is called the pectoral fin. And that is the external features that we have. On the head, we have the eyes for seeing movement, and then we have the mouth where they eat small fish and other small organisms. Okay, so we have the gill operculum. It's a series of hard plates that protect the gills, and by moving this, the fish can oxygenate the water through the gills without swimming. Now the mouth has there's two types of part of the mouth in a bony fish. Surface feeding fish, such as the ones that you have in the tanks, have superior mouths that face upward to eat. Then the bottom dwelling fish, like this yellow perch fish, has inferior mouths that face downward. Reason being, it can eat the crayfish that lives on the bottom of the fresh water. And then we have the nostrils, which detects the odor in the water. They can lead to an olfactory bulb located in the brain. And then the eye receives the visuals, images, and they vary according to the depth in which they live. The lateral line, I'm guessing this is stripes. We don't have the stripes on this one. Enables the fish to detect temperature and pressure changes and senses water currents.
The respiration system for the perch undergoes respiratory by extracting oxygen from the water. It starts from the water in the mouth, so the mouth is right here. It goes all the way to the gills, which are right here. As it passes over gills, it moves through gill filaments, and then through those gill filaments, which you can't see in the fish, are called gill lamellae, which are capillary beds that extract oxygen, and through that they do efferent and afferent brachial arteries that take blood to and from the gills in order for them to breathe. Our circulatory system to the perch is unique compared to other organisms because it has a single circuit heart. The heart is what helps with the circulatory system that goes to the gills, to the organs, and then also back to the heart. Now I'm going to show you a little further inside the heart. It is a two-chamber heart. The atrium, which is right here, helps oxygenate the deoxygenated blood inside the fish, and this is also the ventricles right here that helps with the process of the deoxygenated blood too. Now, as it's going through, keep in mind that only deoxygenated blood is going through this, and once it becomes oxygenated, it's going through the gills, and then it comes back to the heart and does the process over.
The nervous system of the perch has two parts to it: the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. And this is the model of the brain and you can also see it right here. It's a very small one. It has the olfactory tract connected to the cerebrum, which has this little piece right here, if you can see. It's a pineal body. These are the optic lobes, and then we have the cerebellum, and then this long thing is going to be called the medulla oblongata. The olfactory up here translates chemical odors into information. The cerebrum right underneath it, it's a motor coordination deciphering sensory inputs. The optic lobes are for the visual input, for what the organisms see. The cerebellum is a balanced equilibrium, helps the organism stay balanced. And then we have the medulla oblongata. It has to do with the autonomic functions, such as it controls the respiration, the blood circulation, and the heart rate.
Okay, so opening up the fish, we'll start with the gill arch right here. Further inside of the arch are these bone-like features right here that help filter out food particles before they enter the gills. And the gills are here in order to extract oxygen from the water and allow fish to take the oxygen inside its respiratory system. Also, the next feature we're going to look at is the swimming bladder. This allows the fish to control its buoyancy as it's diving inside the water and going up and down. Next, we're going to look at the, we believe is the pancreas, which secretes, okay, so right here is the pancreas, which secretes digestive juices into the intestines. Following that, in this region right here, is the gonad. In this case, this is the ovary duct, which produces the eggs for the fish. Now, if we come up here, you'll see the stomach, which leads slowly into the intestines right here. That goes all the way down outside the anal cavity. And in this dark region inside, this is the heart, the two-chambered heart for the fish.
Go.
Okay, and just beneath the stomach is the liver, which produces bile. Okay, so we'll talk shortly about the reproduction of the perch. It's oviparous, which means it lays thousands of eggs, and then one or two males will fertilize them. So these are external fertilization, so it's done outside of the fish's body. Pretty much it.